Zentera helps organizations isolate and protect their most important assets, from data center servers to legacy and OT devices, and even cloud assets. We do this by putting these systems into virtual chambers with least privilege access control. The chambers eliminate lateral movement, prevent breach spread, and work even if your EDR or antivirus fail. After all, you can't compromise a system you can't get to. Of course, all the security in the world is useless if the correct authorized users can't do their work. That's why we've combined the virtual chambers with a full set of least privilege access controls in a complete ZTNA solution. This means that you can verify the user, the access device, and the application software before granting access to a user. Combined with the chambers, it becomes possible to tailor controls to any risk profile. The Zentera solution has a few simple components. First, we have a smart central brain. That makes all the chamber and user access provisioning easy and fast. With that handled, we need a way to make chambers. And for that, we have software and hardware options. On the software side, we have agents that go onto Windows and Linux systems, even all the way back to XP. These agents aren't inline to traffic and don't modify the kernel. They leverage the firewall built into the operating system. But what about the OT systems? What if all you have is an Ethernet cable? That's why we make a family of Gatekeeper appliances. These sit in line between the OT devices and the rest of the network. They provide the control, visibility, and access of the agent software for all of the systems that can't run an agent. Finally, we have a web-based user agent that works on Mac, Windows, and Linux machines to facilitate user, device, and application controls. Here's how it all works together. Let's assume we have an OT environment with a mix of workstations, HMI instances, and SCADA or PLC controls. Some of these run Windows or Linux, and those will be protected with an agent. The SCADA and PLCs will need our Gatekeeper solution. As soon as you install an agent or our Gatekeeper, Zentera immediately visualizes all of the traffic so that approved flows can be added to the permit list. Everything else was denied. This means that it's easy to place each of the operating system-based systems into a chamber, fully isolating and protecting it. User, device, and application controls can be added to ensure that only the right users on approved devices and using approved software are able to access the systems. Securing the OT systems is similar. Once valid traffic is selected, we place a chamber around each of the SCADA or PLC systems. Now, if any unauthorized access attempts occur, we will instantly have alerts at the SIM. With Zentera, it's easy to isolate and protect important assets, whether they run on an operating system or exist on an OT network and only present an Ethernet cable to the outside world. Visit us at www.zentera.net to get all of the details.